The woman woke up from a coma and found herself blindfolded, tied to a wheelchair, and trapped in a huge golden bird cage. Outside the cage stood her ex-fiancé. The man stroked her face, but his words were extremely crazy. He wanted to keep her imprisoned here forever. The woman questioned him in panic, but the man smiled and admitted he was crazy. It was only because he suddenly couldn't bear to let go of this woman he had abandoned with his own hands. He took out a ring and forced it onto her finger, declaring that even someone he didn't want could not be with another man. The man's possessiveness had reached a pathological level. He even tried to take the woman by force, but the woman mocked him coldly. 7 years ago, the woman was the principal dancer of the national dance troupe. To save the man, she was hit by a stage light and broke her leg, and since then, she could no longer dance. Over the past 7 years, everyone thought their love was unbreakable and they would soon get married. But outside the anniversary party, the woman saw the man kissing another woman with her own eyes. After being discovered, the man showed no guilt at all. Instead, he put his arm around the other woman and told her bluntly not to make a scene, otherwise he would call off the engagement. The woman's heart turned cold, and she firmly proposed to cancel the engagement. The man couldn't believe that this woman, who had always obeyed him, dared to mention breaking up. He humiliated her in public, saying that as a disabled person, no one would marry her if she left him. The man and his friends were sure that the woman would come back within 3 days. However, what they waited for was a notice from their housekeeper, telling the man to pack his things and get out of the villa within 10 minutes. This villa had long been the woman's property. The man stared at her determined back, furious. He didn't believe that a disabled person could survive without him. The woman sold the villa, and the buyer was a handsome and wealthy man. Coincidentally, this buyer was exactly the neurology professor introduced to her by her cousin. The cousin took the opportunity to suggest that the woman move in with the professor to make treatment more convenient. The professor carried the woman from the car into their house and carefully took off her high-heeled shoes for her. Looking at the house that she had once decorated with her own hands, now with a new owner, the woman was filled with mixed emotions. A month later, the man heard from a friend that the woman had not only sold their wedding house but also used the money from the sale to keep a lover, and they were living in their former house. The man's self-esteem was greatly hurt. He rushed to the villa and happened to see the professor and the woman acting intimately.